Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we're pulling on the May This Last banner. I am contractually obligated to pull on any Sacred Stones banner that we get, and this one is no exception. And so hopefully we can see lots of these units today. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I think that our plan for pulling today is going to be to pull everything but red, and that is not to say that I do not like Selena as a character. I actually think that she is very interesting and very well written, and I actually very much enjoy her, but I want all of the 5 stars so much on this banner that I feel like the smart thing to do is to focus more of my resources on them. But if we happen to get like a circle full of reds, I'm definitely not going to be upset because I would truly love to get her as well. But as I said, I want everybody on the banner, and if I had to pick like just one, I would say that Ephraim's probably at the top of my priority list. He is my favorite of the 2 lords, and I've gotten every Ephraim that we've had so far, and I have to get this one to continue the collection. And I think that the art is really well done. He's going to be crazy strong, and I was a little bit sad that he is probably going to compete with my winter one a little bit, but at the end of the day, you can never have too many Ephraims, and I am not going to complain. And so I'm hoping that we can see him really soon, and if we get to 40 and we don't get anything, I think that we'll have to take him. But I'm really hoping that it does not come to that because I really want to get Myrrh in the duo as well. I think that Myrrh was actually an excellent choice for the banner. I think that the art is so adorable. I love her outfit, I love the flowers, and I think she's going to be incredibly strong. And so we are going to pull every single color list that we see, and we're also going to pull every green when they pop up. Because Leon is my favorite villain in the entire franchise, and I think that this alt is so well done. Typically, I'm not very excited when I see Erica on a banner because she's really not one of my favorites, but in this instance, I'm very excited because I love the 2 of them together, and I think it's just super cute, and the art is so perfect, and I'm hoping we can see them as well. And so I guess that kind of covers everybody on the banner, and despite the fact that I'm really excited and I'm pulling for all of them, I did have some mixed feelings about it because I feel like with Sacred Stones, it kind of feels like a remix of the same characters over and over again. And when I love those characters, it's great, but I would also have loved to see a little bit of variety and another Lara Shell. Which is like totally my bias, and I know she's had plenty of alts, but I'm always hoping for Lara Shell, so that's truly how I feel about it. And particularly with the Tempest Trials unit, I feel like that was an opportunity for more variety, and while I like Vigard, I feel like the art is really nice, he's going to be really strong. I feel like even Fado would have been a better choice. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on the choices for the banner. So let's go ahead and answer our viewer questions. And as always, if I don't get to yours, I am so sorry. I'll try to do it in a future one. And if you think of a question you want to ask me, just leave it in the comments with #question, and I will put your question on my list. And so our first question today was actually asked by several different people. So this comes from Fangs the Wolf, and Zaiten Espada, and Wyglaf, and Maurice Saturn 32. And they all asked in one way or another about CYL. So I was asked about who I voted for, who I thought would win. Oh my goodness, wow. You know what? I love leg yarn, so I'm happy with this. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is perfectly neutral. I am always happy with a merge for her. She's one of my favorites. And hopefully she can bring Myrrh home with her. But getting back to this very lucky question from everybody, they asked about who I voted for CYL, who I thought would win, and then just my general opinion on how things went down. And so to start talking about who I voted for CYL, I voted a ton for Diamant. I did vote for Ivy, and then I did throw a vote to Lara Shell and to Sarah just because I do that every year. And clearly it did not work because none of my favorites won. And I'm still kind of processing everything that happened. I feel very conflicted because I actually like every single character that won. Like, there's nobody that I dislike on that list, but at the same time, when the results were revealed, I was extremely upset. Probably because I thought that Diamant would at least come in second place, but he clearly did not. And I was just really disappointed overall. I'm sure at some point I will get excited because I do like the characters. Oh my goodness, wow. You know what? Gatry is not one of my favorites, but at least he can't break the pity. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is minus attack, but that is fine. And we will just keep going. Hopefully this is the duo. But getting back to this very lucky question, I was saying that at some point, I'm sure I'm going to get excited about the characters. And I will say that I was pleasantly surprised to see female Robin make it, just because I feel like she hasn't had a ton of art that really captures her personality. And I will say my number one wish for the CYL is for her not to be fallen. Like, whoever is doing her art, just put down the purple paintbrush. Please do not make her fallen, because she deserves to have just like a happy, nice alt like her male form. And so, yes, I think that that would be my wish for CYL, and I'm sure at some point I will get over Diamant not being there, and I will be excited. But thank you so much, everybody, for that very lucky question. And let's go ahead and answer our next one, and this comes from Starflame34. And they ask, with 2.0 around the corner, what do you think of Honkai Star Rail so far? And what do you think of the character of Dr. Ratio and the fact that we are getting him for free? So I am a little bit late to answering this, so I apologize, but I do have a lot of thoughts about Star Rail so far. I just made it to Penacony and I haven't really explored yet, but I am very excited to do so. And I am actually very happy with how Star Rail has been handled overall. I think that they've put in a ton of quality of life things, and I feel kind of listened to as a player, which is a really nice change compared to Genshin. And I know there's been like a ton of discourse right now about the rewards for that game versus Genshin. And I think that they have been very, very generous, and it's just a really nice feeling playing that game. And so overall, I've been enjoying it a ton. And as for the character of Dr. Ratio, I am so happy with him. Like, he is a character that I would have pulled for regardless, because up to this point, I did not have a DPS of his typing, and he has been like a total game changer for me. So the fact that he was free was just even better. And so yes, I'm super happy with him, super happy with the game overall, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it too. But thank you for that great question. And let's go ahead and answer another one. We're about halfway through now, so hopefully we'll see somebody soon. And the next question that we have today comes from the Miss NC fan. And they ask, I know that you said you would rather have a new game before a remake, but if we do get a Fire Emblem remake game, which game would you like to see remade? So yes, that is true that I would prefer something new to a remake. However, with all that said, I would love to see FE4 get remade. For a couple of different reasons. First of all, for the story, I feel like it is one of the best stories in all of Fire Emblem, and right now it's not very accessible, so I feel like a remake would be a good chance for everybody to experience it. So for that alone, I feel like it deserves it. But in addition to that, I feel like graphically it could use a major upgrade, and also mechanically, I feel like there are a ton of flaws with the mechanics of the game, and I would love to see that reimagined. So yes, I think that that would be my answer. But thank you for that great question. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this next color list, and we'll just keep our fingers crossed that this is myrrh. Okay, smoke. That is definitely not myrrh. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out, and we can go ahead and answer our next one. And this comes from Cabra Kitty 6141. And this is an engage rapid fire round. So I have a list of characters, and I have to choose between the two. And so first up, we have male Aleer versus female Aleer. And while I actually prefer the design of male Aleer, overall I like female Aleer more because that is who I played as, and I also love the voice work for her, so I would say her. And then after that, we have Clan versus Fram, and I think that I would say Fram. And then next, we have Alfred versus Celine, definitely Alfred. And then after that, we have Diamant versus Alchrist. Oh gosh. You know, I do love the both of them, but Diamant is like my all-time favorite character from that game, so I have to say him. And then after that, we have Ivy versus Hortensia, easiest one ever. I would go with Ivy. And then next, we have Tamara versus Fagato. Oh gosh, I feel like this is a cop-out, but I would truly say that it is a tie. I love them equally. And then after that, we have Diamant versus Ivy. Oh no. Well, you picked my favorite and my second favorite character, but I have to go with Diamant because he is my overall favorite. And then after that, we have Alfred versus Tamara. Oh no. This is another one where I do love them both, but maybe I would say Alfred. And then after that, we have Hortensia versus Celine. And I really don't care for either one all that much, but I guess I would say Celine. And then next we have Alchrist versus Fagato, and I love the both of them, but I think that I would choose Alchrist. And then next we have Favorite Alir versus Vale. And this is another one where I love them both, but I think that I have to say Alir. And lastly on our list, we have Nell versus Rafal. And truthfully, I really did not like either one, but if I have to choose, I would go with Nell. But thank you for that great question. Okay, please be Ephraim. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm starting to get a little bit worried, but we are just going to try to remain positive. And let's go ahead and see if we can sneak in one more question. And this comes from Jess Hydrangea. And they ask, a while ago you showed us a pic of your adorable puppy, and I am just wondering, how is he doing now? So thank you so much for asking about him. He is doing very, very well. He is about 6 months old at this point, and he is just a bundle of energy. Up to this point, I had never had a dog like growing up, and so it's been like a definite change, and he is just like so much fun. He wants to go like all the time and do something, and he is just so friendly and excited. And although my cats like still do not like him, I love him. And he is just a ton of fun. And if you ever hear like anything in the background, it is almost always him. Like I really do try to edit out any extra noise, but if you ever hear a little bit extra, that is just him saying hi. But thank you for that great question. Okay, let's just keep our fingers crossed that this is Myrrh. Okay, Smoke. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? We have one more poll, and we're just gonna hope beyond hope that this is the duo. Okay, Smoke, this could be it. Oh. Okay, well. Well, you know what? He has flair, so I'll take this. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is plus attack. Okay. You know, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I was really, really hoping for a focus, but he does have some good fodder. And now we can go ahead and do our spark, and we have to take our Ephraim. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, I love this art so, so much. And we get the thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end things here for now. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little disappointed with how this went. Not my best session, but I have had worse, and I did get Ephraim. And if you guys are pulling on this banner, I hope you get everything that you are looking for. I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody submitting questions. I so appreciate you supporting the channel, so thank you so, so much. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.